The woman was lounging around the house in light clothing. She opened the fridge and casually grabbed an apple. As she turned around, she suddenly spotted a creep standing outside the window. He was holding a hunting rifle, staring at her with a hungry look in his eyes. Before she could even process her fear, another man appeared beside him. Panicked, she called out to her boyfriend, begging him to chase those creeps away. But to her shock, her boyfriend opened the door and invited them into the house. Sensing danger, she nervously glanced at her boyfriend. He knew exactly what those two were thinking, but he didn't care at all. Instead, he made up an excuse and left the room. One of the men sat beside her. After making a few disgusting comments, he started threatening her outright. When she tried to run, he shoved her against the glass. Her boyfriend came back. Fully aware of what had happened, he looked at the two men with an amused expression, showing no intention of stopping them. When the woman woke up, her boyfriend was right in front of her. He dangled money in front of her, telling her to entertain those two creeps, and promised that once they left, he'd give her a fortune as compensation. She was utterly devastated. The moment he turned his back, she bolted for the door. Realizing what was happening, he immediately ran after her. The two creeps, seeing the commotion, rushed out as well. She was barefoot, running over sharp rocks without a second thought. Her survival instincts drowned out the pain. The men were gaining on her fast, not giving her a single moment to breathe. But luck was not on her side. A cliff blocked her path, and the men had already caught up. With no way out, she prepared to jump. Her boyfriend tried to coax her, saying he'd let her go. She let her guard down, and he shoved her off the cliff. A sharp branch pierced through her body. Seeing there was no way she could have survived, the men left. To cover their tracks, they had to destroy the evidence. They burned her clothes, determined to erase her existence completely. Jumping into their car, they sped toward the cliff. Once they arrived, they looked down, but the body was gone.